Hey you guys, so today we're going to be doing a little living room decor. But first I want to show you guys how I DIY these beautiful personalized colors for my curtain windows and my salon wall. Okay, this is the luxury curtains I got, and this is my living room window, and this wall is in my beauty room, my beauty salon. Okay, first I went in here and I measured the windows and the wall to see how many length I have. Then I moved on and went to the fabric store. Now I went to JoAnn's fabric, and I also did Hobby Lobby's fabric. Okay, you go in there and you look for the type of fabric you want. It's all left with you, your preference, your texture, the softness, the material. You got to go in there and feel and touch the type of fabric that you will want. They have all different type of fabric, whether it's JoAnn's fabric or it's Hobby Lobby. They have different types of fabric, different colors. You can make anything that you choose to, okay? When I tell you I went in there and they were on a massive sale, 30 and 40% off, okay? So some of the fabric was on sale for $4.99, $7.99, all right? But I wanted my decor, my curtains to match my Christmas decor. So I went ahead and my theme was this hunter green, okay? So I went ahead and pulled out a couple of hunter greens just to look at them, feel them, touch them, make sure I like the material, how soft it is, how nicely they flow when they hangs up. Those are the things you want to look for when you are in the fabric store. Now, like I said, my color was the hunter green, and then I wanted to do something pretty and pink in my beauty room, my beauty salon. This is where most of my clients come in to do their hair. This is where I get my hair done, and I just wanted it to look pretty. So I was looking for a beautiful pink satin texture. So I pull out this one, like you see right there, was 30% off, and this was from JoAnn's fabric. Matter of fact, not just 30, they have 50% and 40% off. Now I came to the white ones, they have the same discount, 40% off. So I went in here and touched and feel lots of the white ones just to make sure it was the right white material I was getting, okay? Once I figured out what type of color or green I wanted to go with and the type of pink and the texture of my material, they didn't have a lot in store. So I did have to go online and take the series number and order me some more. But this was the amount they have in store. So I took it to the cutter, whoever works the cutting bar or cutting board, okay? And she measure it for me. Make sure you have your length of your window and the width of your window to do these steps, because then you would tell her how many yards you want to get. They sell by per yards. So the 40% will go towards 1 yard. So my windows are big and my walls are big. So I had to go with 3 to 4 yards per panel. That's what I use, 3 to 4 yards per one panel. And I did like 6 to 7 panels on each wall. Now, like I said, I did visit two different fabric stores, JoAnn's fabric and Hobby Lobby fabric, in my local areas, and I did go to a couple of JoAnn's fabric and a couple of Hobby Lobby fabric just to get the same material that I wanted, okay, because I wanted a lot of yards and it's not a lot of yards on a row. So this was how much I pulled up from Hobby Lobby and JoAnn's fabric. This was all the curtains that I got, and like I said, I did visit 2 to 3 Hobby Lobbies and 2 to 3 JoAnn's fabric, in my area to search what I wanted, the material I wanted. And it was this pretty green and this satin pink and then the sheer white curtains. So once I got them together, I didn't have folded enough, so I did go online and took the SKU number and order off the website, and the last bunch of it came before I started this video. So that's one thing you need to keep in mind. You might not find the length. You might have to go and order online. So this is how the curtains are before I am going to sew the rides, the area part that the rides hold for it to hang on the wall and on the curtains. Now, this is what makes this project a DIY project, and it's personal because guess what? Not only did you pick your own color, you got to add your own curtain rods holes to each panel, okay? So you want to use a thread that is matching the material, and I'm using my brother's machine. You can definitely sew this with hand using regular thread and needle, okay? But using my brother's sewing machine, I am going to fold the top of the curtain wire, and I'm folding it inside just like this. You want to leave enough space for the curtain rod to slide through each panel. You don't want to make it too tight, but you don't want to make it too loose. So you just want the right amount so it slides through. Now, if the curtain is a stretchy material, you can force it if it's a little bit tight. But if it's not a stretchy material, you will have to leave enough hole because then the curtain rod won't slide easily through each panel. Okay, so once I have my panel folder, I take it and put it on my sewing machine. You got to know how to use and work a sewing machine for this part. You got to learn how to set it up if you want to use your sewing machine to sew your panel holes for each curtain rods. Now, like I said, make sure you have the exact thread, because trust me, I did not get the thread, the green thread or the pink thread when I went to the fabric store. I came home to use the machine and realized I didn't have the thread, so I had to go back to JoAnna's fabric to get green thread and pink thread. So you have to use the exact material for it to blend with the curtains and for it to look natural and seamless, okay? So once I pull the curtain rise through it from the top, this is how it looks. Now, usually I would do each side, but the finishing on this green material did not need. It comes with an even finish on each side with this green material on the left and right side. So I didn't have to go in and sew just to make it look nice and even. So once I put the rods holes on the top, that was pretty much it for each panel. I didn't have to go back in and bring the sewing machine down on each side just to even it. Now for the pink satin panels, they didn't have a clean finish on the left or the right side. So I had to sew down the left and the right side to give it a clean finish. And then I had to add the curtain rods hole to each panel. So now for the size, you can see it's so uneven and it has the thread. So to get rid of that, to have a nice clean finish and just make your personalized DIY curtain looks professional, you will have to do a double folding, okay? So you want to fold it the first small folder, and then you want to do a second fold, which will cover that thread and tuck it in so it gives you a clean, professional look when it's all done, okay? So this is how you want to do it, to sew it completely all the way down until you get from the top down to the bottom, and you're going to do that on each side. Now, once I sew down the left and the right side, before I will go in and add my curtain rods hole to each panel. But this is how it will look professional on the front part, and then the back part you won't see any thread. It just make it look a little bit nicer and it give it a clean finish. And then I did use my zigzag stitches because I like my zigzag stitches, but you can certainly use a one line stitch to do this process and you will still get the same clean finish. It just makes the curtain looks more professional even though you DIY it yourself. All right, so once I finish adding both clean finish to each side of the satin curtains, I actually really love the way it looks, okay? So it just makes, like I said, both sides just looks clean and finished. So I went ahead and added the curtain rods, holes to each panel on the top. And that was pretty much it. It looks really clean. It really looks really nice. It had a nice little finish to it. And that was my pink curtain. Now my pink and green curtain was just two panels, but my white curtains was a lot. Okay, so I wanted a lot of white on the actual window, and then I wanted a lot of white on the wall side. So the white was a lot, and it took me a lot of time to put each curtain rod holes on each panel. So this one was completely time consuming just to get through the white. So if you're going to get a lot of white for each panel, you're going to have to take your time and add those curtain rise holes to each panel. So I just went ahead and did the curtains. Took me a couple of hours to complete it, and then I was ready to start hanging. Now, to make my curtains look luxury, to make my house look like luxurious, I love my curtain to look expensive. I love my curtains to look very vibrant. So I love my curtains to hang from my ceiling down to my floor. I do not bring my curtain rods down to the actual windows. I do not like that. If you peep on the left side, that's my kitchen window, you can see my curtain is starting from the top. Okay, so I love my curtain rods to be placed all the way to the ceiling. That way, when I hang my long, luxurious, expensive looking curtains, even though I DIY'd it and pay almost half the price, okay, I just love it to look that expensive once it flows from the top of your ceiling down to the floor. I never put any curtain rods on my actual window length. You want your space to look presentable and expensive. You want your space to look luxury. Even though, girl, we not paying the full price. Okay, we're not getting each panel for almost $120 because my length from my ceiling down to my floor is actually really long. It's about 122 inches in length, and which is about 4 yards for each panel. So imagine me paying that for 4 yards for each panel, and I have at least 8 panels on this window. So imagine me buying about 8 panels just to achieve this look. If I was getting a curtain that was fully made, and I would probably not even get it in this color of green that I wanted, because I was searching for this beautiful hunter green, and I probably wouldn't have found it in any type of curtains that I was going to be looking for online or on store. So I DIY it, and it cost me half of the price. Baby, once I saw my green and white panels on my actual window, I was like, let me see how my green and white tree would look with this window curtains. And baby, when I pulled my Christmas tree by the curtains, It was just looking so pretty, so beautiful. The green, the hunter green, was just complementing my green and white ornaments on the tree. Listen, I literally had to pull this big old Christmas tree from one side of the living room and I pulled it to the other side. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to have to switch this whole living room around because I need this Christmas tree to be by this window panels because the both green were just complementing each other and it looked so pretty. All right, so once after removing the Christmas tree from that corner, I had to redecorate the entire place because I moved everything around. So I moved my one sofa love seat on the other side, and now I have to redecorate. Now this mirror, it was originally black. It's a black mirror that IKEA sells, but I wanted to DIY it and make it white so the mirror matches my fireplace. So I painted it white, okay? I scrape it and then I repaint it white so that the white matches my decor. Okay, so that's how I got that DIY pretty white mirror. This coffee table I got from a local store in my old neighborhood. After changing the coffee table and the chairs around, I just went ahead and added a throw blanket. This thick throw blanket is a king size and I got it from Target. And then the pillows, especially these round ones and the gold ones, these round balls one in this gold and white one, I got them from Home Goods. Next, I just added this home designs book to my coffee table, and then I went ahead and added this beautiful white floral bouquet that I made. I DIY this project. These flowers I got from Hobby Lobby, and I got the gold flower pot holder from Ross. And I came home and made that flower bouquet specifically for this coffee table. I added this beautiful gold and white tray that I picked up from Home Goods and this gold table design. Also, I also got this candle essential because guess what? I saw this beautiful forest green reindeer and I couldn't resist it. Then I saw this candle that is forest green also. I had to have both of them. The green reindeer and the green candle just tied in the green with the curtains and my ornaments on the Christmas tree. And everything just looks so pretty. I added more books to the end and then I added this clear ornament and an extra gold reindeer. After adding a decor to the coffee table, I went ahead and moved on. I got this beautiful white ladder. I got it and I wanted to hang some throw blankets on them. So I got these beautiful green, also forest green blankets. I picked them up from TJ Maxx and Marshalls. I added them to the ladder just to tie in the green together. And it just looks so cozy and so pretty after I added those throw blankets. Next, I added this gold decorative box to this crystal table. Then I went ahead and got a gold and crystal Christmas tree I picked up from HomeSense and I added it to the side coffee table. Added an extra reindeer that's clear and gold. And just to tie in the gold areas and the gold pieces, I added one more gold, but it was a little bit bigger gold decorative box to the side of the table. And after that, that was pretty much it for this beautiful decorative living room area. Listen, these DIY curtains, they look so luxury and so pretty in my space. I love the height of the curtains. Everything with the grain just tied in together. Everything looks so cozy. It looks so pretty. It looks so winter. It looks so Christmas. It looks like holiday. It looks like every day. You can pick out this green to be your everyday color for your living room. Okay, I turned my fireplace on and everything just looked beautiful and bright. I was so excited of how my decor turned out. I'm so glad I moved the tree and gave my space a little bit more refreshment, and everything looked so stunning. I was in love. Now, when I tell you this green all tied in together with this decor, the curtains brought it together. Look at my inexpensive curtain. Look at my DIY curtains. Look at how it beautifully displayed in my space. The fact that the curtains hit the floor, it starts at the top. It just looks luxury. It makes the space look expensive. And this is my blind open. I just wanted to give you a glance of how it looks during the day when I open it up, just to get a peek of the sunlight coming through. And look at it in this mirror. Look at it in this beautiful white mirror. It just looks so luxury. It looks so beautiful. I was so excited that I created this project all by myself. I DIY it. I got the color that I wanted for the holidays, and everything just turned out so beautiful in this space. I was so excited of how this project, DIY project, turned out, and I was in love. All right, so now that I completed decorating this beautiful living room space with the green and white, let's move on to the pink and white, which is going to be in my beauty room. My beauty salon is where I do hair. That's where my clients come. This is where they see once I get them beautiful. So I wanted to make it girly and pretty. So I went with the pink and white curtains display on these walls, okay? Now, these curtain rods was originally the plan I was going with, to get a lot of them and then just display it on the wall, starting from the ceiling down to the floor. But it didn't work out because I couldn't find enough of it. So I just went with this extra long curtain rod. Now, I got this curtain rod from Home Depot, but I had to get my fiance to add an extra piece of the curtain rod because my salon walls are extra long and I couldn't find more than 120, I believe, or 140 curtain rods to fit this particular wall. So we had to DIY the curtain rod, and we had to add extra into one another to make it extra long, okay? And I went ahead and put the DIY panels on this curtain rod, and I went ahead and I hung them up. Listen, when I tell you this looks like a beautiful backdrop after I did this, just looking at it from up to down, it was so pretty. Matter of fact, I did this for my 40th birthday. I had a cocktail hour at my house in this space. We did the backdrop just like this to take some pictures, but I did it in red and white, and it looks absolutely stunning for my 40th. I was like, oh no, I have to bring this back. I think my clients will love this in this space. It just changes the vibe in the space. It makes it luxury. It just adds a little oomph to the space. When people walk in, they'll be like, oh my God, Carol, this is so pretty in here. It looks so beautiful. It looks so girly. And it really does elevate the entire space. Like hanging your curtains from the top of your ceiling down to the floor, it does something to the space. I'm telling you, it elevates it. Gave it an expensive look. It gives it luxury, and I'm obsessed with high curtains, okay? So once I placed that curtains there, I went in here and grabbed my tiny Christmas tree. This Christmas tree is so small, but don't get it twisted. It is 12 foot long, okay? And I got this specific style because I wanted it to fit exactly in that corner. I didn't want the tree to be too big and buffy for everybody to come see a big old tree in the beauty salon. I just wanted something small, but the fact that my salon space is a high ceiling, so I went for this 12-foot. So this specific tree, I bought it from Hobby Lobby. And listen, I bought it in October, and it was only $150 in Hobby Lobby. So that was a steal, okay, because the length of it is so high and the size of it is so small. So I love it. So I just added these beautiful pink boxes, and then I added my throw rock to the ladder in the corner. And when I tell you, anyone walks in my salon, they are obsessed of how beautiful this pink tie in with this Christmas tree. Look at how luxury these curtains are, and I didn't even pay the amount of money that you think that it looks like, okay? I DIY this, and I was so proud of myself. I was obsessed of how this turned out, and I just can keep staring at it every time I walk in my salon. It just looks so stunning. It looks so pretty. It looks so elegant. It looks so expensive. It looks so luxury, and I was obsessed. To tie in my salon space, I added my beautiful mannequin with these beautiful pearl necklace around her neck, and everything just tied in together. Look at that pink, the white, and these pearls on her, okay? Everything like just looks so pretty. So this was my display, or this is my display for my beauty salon, my beauty space. Everyone that walks in, this is what they see. All right, you guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this beautiful DIY luxury curtain display, and I hope you guys enjoy this pink and white and the green and white. As always, thank you all for watching, and I will catch you all in my next video. Bye.